everybody. Welcome back to Timber and Stone Season 2, Beta version 1.2.1. This is JPT. Glad to be back with you in this wonderful, wonderful game. And as you can see, we are on a new map. This is the new map, just to give you a little bit of a tour. Let me speed things up a little bit. It is a map with a lake in the middle of it. This is a large map with hopefully some adventures ahead of us. Some hilly terrain, you know, not too flat, not too mountainous. Got ourselves a river on this side of the bend. I like it. This took me a while to find a little bit in the map. Is that what I think it is? Oh no, you didn't. Let's see. Nope, just a hole. Just a hole. So what I'm planning on doing in this season is I wanted to get on a map that had the ladies. That's right, ladies have been added to the game, and I have, I believe, 2, if not 3. Of course, you start off with 8 new characters instead of the normal 6 that you had previously. We've got Nicole and Ophelia. Those are my 2 ladies. Ophelia is a miner and Nicole is a farmer. And so essentially what I'm planning on doing is, you know, of course, waiting to see what updates come along, and we will move this map to the new updates. I hear things about 1.3 that I'm somewhat excited about. I don't know if I can really get into the details on that. It's been a minute since I've been on the forums. I kind of took a sabbatical from this game, and that also included not going to the forums as much. But I did get sent a note from one of my YouTube viewers, Draconicity, I think that's his username. I think he is one of the guys on the forums, and I haven't quite been able to figure that out yet. But he sent me some information right before Season 1 ended about traits and how some of them are actually valid as of this 1.2.1. So I kind of wanted to go over those in this first episode, maybe get to some building. You don't hear any music in the background, and there is a reason for that. I guess when you pause the game, it doesn't have music, which is kind of annoying. But I didn't want these guys to sort of go running around, because I did change all of their preferences and basically got them to be the professions that I like to start with. So I like to start with a blacksmith, a builder, a farmer, if not 2 farmers, a wood chopper, a carpenter, a miner, and 2 foragers. That way you can get some food pretty early. I started with 31, and let's take a look. So if you want to get to these particular menus, I'm going to try to teach you guys a few things as well if you're brand new to the series and if you're curious about the game. You can get details about the game at timberandstonegame.com. I'm not 100% on how much the game cost. It's not a whole lot for the amount of gameplay you're going to get. This is one of those games that will be in constant evolution, which I really enjoy. It's not just sort of like, okay, you go to the store, you buy the game, that's what you get. Maybe some DLC. Robert listens to what you guys want in the game for the most part, and it's really cool. A lot of things that I've suggested, along with many others, have been implemented in the game or taken out of the game. So it's really cool to be able to be a part of a community that wants to hear what you have to say about their game. So let's see, Humphrey Black is a blacksmith. He doesn't have any traits, so, you know, he's a level 3. That's great. And so we really won't need to worry about that guy. So I'm going to hit tab and get out of that menu, go to Humphrey, take a look at his traits. He doesn't have any traits either. If they don't have any traits, you want to maybe put them on something that isn't, if they don't have any traits, if they don't have any negative traits, I guess I should say, I put them on something like a builder, where he's not going to fall off a ladder if he's clumsy, stuff like that. And I'm going to go over some of these. So basically, lazy, I'm not seeing as anything right now. Bad vision, basically you get -1 on the line of sight radius. So if you're walking around, you can't see as far. Plus -8 levels on the accuracy check. That would include, I believe, like an archer or something like that. Clumsy is something that is in the game. Let's see, it's plus 0.2 chance to break a tool. So if you've got a guy that's just constantly breaking tools, that's why. Also, a 20% chance of falling off a ladder. So we're going to keep Nicole low to the ground. But she's also a quick learner. And one thing about farmers that if you've played the game, you totally understand this. Farmers take forever to level up. And that's what's really cool about quick learner is that, let's see here, it's 1.25 times the experience. So you get 0.25 times the experience as you go along. So that's going to get her up a few levels. So overall, she's not bad. She's not great. But she'll be a good farmer, I believe. So let's see here. Lewis doesn't have any traits. Tomas the carpenter, he's charismatic, which I don't believe is any. Yeah, it's not anything yet. Overeater, what that means is they're going to eat +2 food every 2 to 4 hours. I think that's game time hours. So this dude is going to be quite the overweight carpenter. Plus he's clumsy, which again is that 0.2% chance to break a tool. But it's fine. He's a carpenter. That's expected. That's somewhat realistic, I guess. Ophelia, I wanted a miner with no traits other than if she was a quick learner or hard worker is the only other one I don't think I've covered so far. That's 1.25 times the work speed. Basically everything but removing stumps. So if I get somebody that's a hard worker, they're probably going to become my miner. Zach Forge, he's got good vision, which is great. He gets plus 0.5 line of sight radius, plus 8 levels on the accuracy check. So he's a good person to be going around the map just in case some guys come around. He's also clumsy though, so he'll break some tools. But he's also a quick learner. Again, 1.25 times the experience. And Lewis, I don't think he's clumsy. So let me go ahead and unleash the beasts. See what happens here. They're all gonna bam, 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 tools. Tomas didn't get his hammer, which is fine. So this guy, he's going to be told to basically go around. Again, trees vibrate now, or they shake. Tomas is independently chopping down nearest trees. That's the setting. You can go and say, okay, if you right-click on that, you can say, okay, I want you to chop that tree, and it turns red when you go into the design menu. So when he's done with that tree, he'll go in there as well. You can also do that to stumps once he's done cutting this tree down, which is what this progress bar indicates. You can right-click on the stump and get rid of that as well. This is my starting point. The idea is to basically build a number of houses rather than a giant castle. Okay, so he's done with that. If I left-click off of him to get rid of him from the menu, I can right-click and click on Remove Stump. Again, that'll change it to red, so once he's done cutting that tree down, he'll remove the stump. It would be nice if you could sort of click on it and say remove tree and stump, maybe give some more options. So maybe I'll suggest that in the next time I go into the forums. Let's see here. I want to design a farm. Ooh, yeah, Daddy, we got some wheat to start things off. I like that. I think that is actually a new thing. Got some pumpkins, turnips, and corn seed and flaxseed. Oh, this is awesome. This is a really good setup. We don't have to wait for a guy to come into town. Let's see. Let's build a hall first, though. Let's go ahead and build it under these guys. It's going to be a 5x5 hall. So there are settings, basically. When you're idle, you'll wait in the hall. So they'll all come back here when they're done. Let's see here. Do we have... All right, she's got some tools here. So what I want Ophelia to do is I want her to dig out this rock, the stone, and she also has the opportunity to get ores alongside that. So if I left click, let go, and drag it across the selection I want to make on the level, it will select all the individual little blocks here. And you can click on them individually, just double click, they'll do that as well. If you want to select multiple layers, if you hit, let's see, the up arrow on your right side of your keyboard, that can select multiple levels as well, which is pretty cool stuff. But we won't do that for now. If you want to zoom out, you can just, that third button in the middle of your mouse, if you got a wheel, you can pull back. If you want to drop levels, you can hold down the Alt button on your keyboard and scroll with your mouse. It does take a little while. You can scroll down and it's going to go through all the levels like that. Bam. So you can drop levels. It starts at the very top, so it's like 30 levels up, something like that. It takes a minute. You can also do the same thing by hitting page down a bunch, but that's annoying and causes issues with the recording. It just sounds like I'm banging on my keyboard, which is exactly what I'm doing. Alright, so what else do we need to do? It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've played this game, other than just going in and looking at maps. We do need a road. Let's see if we can build ourselves a road. We're really far away from everything, which isn't very good. So if we wanted to build a road, basically a road is going to connect you to the outside world. So if a trader comes in, he will trade with you. Let's see, we are just pretty much smack dab in the middle of the map. Oh boy. So you want to protect your roads, but for now, I'm just going to build builds. And I did, oh, it's right in the middle there. I did build myself a sort of a nicer road, whereas right now I'm just going to worry about getting the guy here. So let's see, perfect. Okay, I'm just going to build a single lane. You can go up to 50. Nice little beach here. That'd be a nice little, what? We can do like a resort. Yeah, that'll go over well. You do have to sort of work around certain things. Let's see. I'm just going to include that as part of my road. It's not ideal, I guess. Let's turn it sideways. That'll be a lot easier to build a road. Once you can't sort of go up, which is really annoying. So once you get to sort of a spot, you have to sort of click on it. I'm saying sort of a lot. Sorry about that. And it'll tell you if it's a valid road. See, invalid road designation. I think it's because of that ridiculous little bush combo there. So what I'll do is I'll just go around it. And not every, road is going to be straight, which is something I had to kind of embrace in my last playthrough. I'm right-clicking and dragging to indicate that I want to go around. Oh, perfect. And we'll go there. So again, roads are a really important part of the game because they allow merchants to come in and trade with you. You will want somebody to be a trader so that when the guy comes in, and it'll make an announcement down here. It'll be like, oh yeah. Oh, I didn't want you guys to tell me when you gathered food, because that's a little bit annoying. Let's see. Oh, it's the same guy. Not the same guy. Perfect. Okay. Are you chopping down the tree? I was like, where are you guys going? Let's see. Okay, so he removed this tree. Let's double check to make sure our road is good. And I know I'm missing some stuff. Actually, you know what? Let's mine this. Oh, see? Our road is not valid because of that. Right there. So remove that road designation and dig mine that. So let's see. Let's get Ophelia. Where are you at, girl? Okay, so she's done with that. I want her to come over here. I want her to come right there. That way she'll hopefully see that and decide to make that a part of her schedule there. So he's cutting down that stump there, so if I wanted to, I guess I could fix the road, but I'm not too worried about it. This one works. And you can connect across oceans or rivers or whatever. We did do that in the last season, but that's a little cheaty, so we're just going to stick to the basics here. Let's see. If I wanted to go around, I could build another road to this side of the map, and I am totally going to take advantage of that. Maybe we'll make the road sort of along the river here. That'd be nice. But I want to make sure I get this first, so that we enhance our chances of getting a merchant to come to our town. Perfect. Okay. So let's see. Oh, that is not a valid road designation. Let's see here. Remove that road. It's a little annoying, the road system. It's not perfect. You know what? I'm just going to go this way. Boo-boo. I'm going to do that instead. So I'm going to right-click, remove that road, Remove that road. You kind of have to just base it off of what you, your visual memory there. Okay. So then what I'll do is I will do that. Oh. It's like, where did the remove the road designation go to? Okay, and then do that. All right. So if I'm not mistaken, that should all be connected. It's not a bad idea to always check, though. If you hold down Shift, the keys that I have assigned to moving around the map are the WASD keys. If you hold down Shift and sort of push in the direction you want to go, that will make you go faster, which is awesome, because otherwise this is the speed you'll go. This is the speed you'll go if you go hold down Shift. That's the speed you'll go if you don't. So to get around the map real quick, it's a blessing that Shift makes you go a little faster. All right, and of course this is all stuff you can do while you pause, but I believe we're doing a pretty decent job at gathering resources. Okay, I've got the one, and I'll do that here after a little while. Really haven't thought about where I want houses. I think maybe I want farms up here, like up on hills and stuff. I think that would look fun, and then we can build like a farmhouse up in this area here for Nicole. So this looks kind of greenish, a nice greeny area. And I like to build 2x3 plots. I think we only have 5 wheat anyways, so it's not like they're all going to get used. Let's see, let's plant some pumpkins here. I like to space mine out a little bit. We got 7 of those. We got some turnip seeds. I'm going to keep those a little spaced out. I might build a path up through there. And of course we've got corn, which can go there, and our flaxseed can go here. And I guess if we wanted to, we could put another thing there. So we got little plots here. And the game is saving. It does do a little bit of a lag hiccup there, which is fine. So while Nicole works, right click off of that. Oops, nope. Go back to work. All right, so she'll get back to work here in a second. I'm going to try to keep these episodes about 20 to 30 minutes, at least under 30 minutes. That's one of my new goals. I know you guys have busy lives, and I've got a busy life too, but this will allow me to record a few things. I've had my kitchen timer in here, and it's kind of annoying when it goes off. It's like, no. I'm like, oh, come on. So I'm not going to keep that in here with me. Let's see. We do need a carpentry bench, and we've got plenty of stuff for it. Let's see. Where... So my goal is to essentially have, houses, rows of houses for each person. So we'll essentially have 8 houses. Maybe not 8, maybe 5 to 6, especially with just 8 people in the world. Also, the goal is to keep people alive. So if we can keep people alive, that'll be great. And of course, this will play, the water right here will play a factor into building stuff, which I believe this is only 1 deep, which will be amazing to build like a dock, that kind of thing. So we do need a carpentry bench, which is going to essentially put us in a bind to build some houses. So this is our starting hall, and so I'm going to put my carpenter close to the town hall. So let's see, if he were to have a house, it would be roughly in this area. Let's see, if you hit the space bar, it's going to rotate the positioning of this. Let's go ahead and just put the guy there for now. If we need to move that, they're pretty cheap. They are pretty cheap. Tomas does not have the ability to do a hammer. Let's go ahead and get rid of the builder's hammer because he don't need it. Nope. Okay, he wants it. It's like, my hammer. It's my hammer. You can't have it. Okay, so he has it now. And so what we'll do is we'll tell him that, and he'll be like, hey, I need a hammer now. But this guy needs it more than you do. Sorry, honey. Okay, so he's building that. And one of the things that you can do when you get your carpentry bench is you can start building some pretty cool tools. So we've got some tools here. Let's go ahead and start building some hammers for these guys. Let's build 5 of them. Actually, let's build 20 of them. That'll get Tomas some experience. And these guys, our carpenter, or our blacksmith, also able to do it just on the whim, just on a fly. So you don't really need the bench to make it work. But now he's got his hammer, and he is a happy camper. What else? We need some hunting knives. That would come in handy. Let's go ahead and build 5 of those as well. I do believe these guys may split up that ability, those duties, because again, carpenters, blacksmiths, and stonemasons can all do that. I don't have a stonemason yet. That's going to come in handy. One of those foragers, I'm not sure which one, once they get a lot of food because they've already got 91, one of those guys will become a stonemason. And probably this guy. He is clumsy, but the other guy is way better. He's got the good vision. So that'll come in handy for when we need to switch him to an archer. By the way, stumps will regrow in terms of trees. Somebody told me that at the end of Season 1, which I do appreciate that feedback. That is really helpful. Let's see, what do we need? We need... Lewis Swap is now a level 4 chopper. The reason why I call him Lewis Swap is because he is our go-to trader when a merchant comes into town. We could do some armor and weapons and stuff like that. Let's see here. So I'm going to take a bit of a break here. I'm going to call it quits for this episode of Timber and Stone. Again, episode... I can't remember which exactly in the sequence of things, but this is the beginning of Season 2. Very excited to start a new map. Very excited to see where the adventures take us. I do apologize to those of you that were really digging the fortress, forge, castle, whatever you want to call it, that we were building in the Season 1. I just needed a bit of a change, and that's going to really help me get to the point where I can... have a lot of fun again in this game, because it was kind of becoming a little bit of a grind. But, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you this, I wasn't looking forward to coming back into this game. But as soon as I started talking, as soon as I opened up the mic and started talking to you guys, I was like, yeah, I remember why I love playing this game, because I know a lot of you learn from me, and that's great, and I know a lot of you are entertained, and that's the main goal here. So that's gonna do it as we hit afternoon on day 1. Oop, and I heard some guys. So let's go ahead and do a quick little map check before we get out of here. We're going to have to kill us some goblins here, I'm pretty sure. Perhaps we'll wait until episode 1 to do that. I'm not sure who is going to be my go-to goblin killer. There he is. He's right there. Ooh, he's going after that boar there. I do not appreciate that, sir. Enemies do spawn on the edge of the map. And so if that's the only guy there, I don't want to necessarily leave them alone. But you do want to kind of keep up on them. So that's why I kind of put myself on this side, so that they wouldn't spawn very close to me. And this is what goblins look like. These are what the enemies, these are the main guys. Goblin archers, and you got goblin marauders, if I'm not mistaken. So that is going to do it for this episode of Timber and Stone. If you like what you saw, if you're just as excited as I am for the series return, leave a like. That helps me out a lot. This is definitely one of my more popular series on my channel. Also subscribe, and on top of all that, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think of the game and of the return to Timber and Stone. So until next time, this is JPT, and I'll be seeing ya.